Hi, I'm Linda from paperboutiquewithlinda.com. Today I want to share with you an envelope album I made using A2 size envelopes. But first I want to thank Ginger from mysisterscrapper.com for her amazing tutorial titled Say Cheese Mini Album Page Tutorial. I'll do a link in the description. Ginger made an adorable album out of square envelopes, and I modified her instructions to make one using the A2 size envelopes. First, I'm going to show you my album, and then I'll show you how to do a page. I love this paper collection. I'll bring that in just a moment. The fun thing about the envelopes is that you can use them to hold little, these are cut apart, so you can use them to hold little memorabilia. And what I also like about this album is I left it fairly plain, so there's room for tons of photos. Here's another pocket, and all pages are basically constructed the same. I use different corner rounders, and I double matted, but you wouldn't need to double mat the page. The fun thing about the back of the envelope is that there is a page that just fits in, and you can put more photos on. So there's a place to mat 4 additional photos. And then here's another page. I just decorated it a little different. There's a pocket, and then you can flip it up, and there's room for a photo. Here's another pocket, and then there is another insert that just comes right out that has 4 photo mats. And I love these little cut aparts. And let me just pull them out a little bit so you can see. And the colors are just so fun. So as you can see, there's lots of room for photos. What's great about using a paper collection is it goes together so quick. Once again, the little cut apart, and then I just did, little different corner rounding. I love the sparkly paper. I'm hoping that you can see it. And then once again, this is the page. And for the back, I just really left this kind of plain so that they could mat a photo. This is also from the paper collection. I just trimmed around it. And then the back. What I love about this album is that it goes together so easily. Well, let me show you some of the things needed to make this album. What I did is I purchased a pack of A2 cards and envelopes, and these I've purchased at Joann's, and you can see these are just the little note cards that come with it, and then the white envelopes. So I used these note cards, and I also had some craft envelopes. So the note cards that I used are 4 1/8 by 5 1/2, and the A2, maybe I should zoom in just a little bit so you can see that writing. The A2 envelope measures 4.37 inches by 5.75 inches. And don't worry about the size because you can modify this technique to fit any envelope. And I mentioned earlier for corner rounding, I used a Crocodile corner chomper. This one is the deco and the stub. And let me bring in the paper collection. I purchased this at Joann's. It's the small die cuts with a view, the Harvest House stack. And I also used, let me get this out of the way so you can see this. I also used some of the larger papers, but here's an example of some of the cut aparts that I used in the album. So it was just really, it went together really quick and really easy. Well, what I'm going to do now is go ahead and pause. I'll bring this back in so you can see it one more time. I'll go ahead and pause the video and come back, and I'll show you how to make one of the pages. Now I'll go ahead and show you how to make a page. I made 4 pages for my envelope album, and I used 8 envelopes. And once again, the size of the A2 envelope is 4.37 inches by 5.75 inches. And you can use, like I said earlier, any size envelope. The first thing that you're going to do, and I like to use a very small scissors. Some people have been able to do this with a craft knife or an X-Acto knife. And all you're going to do is on each side of the envelope, there's like this little flap. You're going to put your scissors in and cut as straight as you can right to the edge. I want to make sure I'm not out of frame. And let me just bring in a couple that I did so that you don't have to see me cutting. So when you cut to the fold, to the edge, you'll have these little flaps. And what I used to make my album is I just used a glue stick, but you can use any type of adhesive, you can use score tape, whatever works for you. So you go ahead and open up those little side flaps on both envelopes, and then I'm just going to use some score tape to make it go a little quicker. Then you're going to put tape, but actually glue, on each one of those flaps, and then you're just going to tape them down, okay? Then you're going to just fold it back, and you want to make sure that make sure that this dries before you move on. So you've got one part of your page, and on the other page you've done the same thing. You've cut these little flaps, but then you're going to put tape, score tape or glue on the top above the fold, and then carefully you're just going to fold it in and glue that piece down, okay? That's the second one. Now this is the only tricky part. You've got this little piece that you folded back, the flap, and you just insert it right inside this pocket. Now a little trick is just to stand them up and tap them. It's important that these are even. So you want to make sure that those are even. Then you're going to open it up. And what I do is I don't want to get my head in the frame here, but I make sure that they're even, and then I hold it, and it's a little easier when you're not doing the video. I go ahead and hold it, and then you'll put glue here, but I'm just going to put tape there, and then you'll also, get my hand out of the way here, put glue on this side, and mine shifted a little bit, but you'll get the general idea. And there you go. And then when you fold it, that's your page, and you can see why I didn't get mine even. It's very important to get it even. And then what you'll do if you use your cards, if you have purchase cards or you can make your own insert, this created a pocket, and this card just slips right in that pocket. Let me show you. Let me take that card out. So this will be the front of your page. There's your pocket. You open it up, there's your page, there's your pocket, and I just double matted, turn it over, and then this is the back. And then you can just do like I've done on many of these and just insert this and go ahead and mat it. You don't even have to double mat, but you can. Then what you're going to do is, I want to thank Ginger for doing another video, because I watched her video and I learned how to make a custom size binding and covers for this book. I've never created my own covers and binding, to fit a project, and Ginger has a wonderful video. She used Kathy Orta's hidden hinge technique, and she went step by step. This is the hidden hinge. She went step by step on how to do it, and step by step on how to customize your covers and the binding. So I will also attach a link to that in the description, but a special shout out to Ginger, because I have learned so very much from her. And that basically is all there is to it. And like I said, I created 4 pages, but Ginger in her video shows you that you can make as many pages as you want. Well, I would like to thank you for watching, and please visit my blog for more projects and ideas at www.paperboutiquewithlinda.com. Bye-bye.